Ever wonder why do people get addicted to playing basketball? And how do they play this kind of game? First, let us dive into the definition of basketball. Basketball is a game played between two teams of 5 players, each on a rectangular court, usually indoors. Each team tries to score by tossing the ball through an elevated horizontal hoop and the net called a basket. For the first game of basketball in 1891, James Naismith, the creator of basketball, used to have bushel pitch baskets as goals, which gave the sport its name. In this game, there are skills that you need to practice and master in order for you to play efficiently and effectively. This include dribbling, passing, shooting, guarding, and pivoting. Dribbling is a vital ability in basketball. This ability will allow you to push the court up and down, navigate past defenders, and execute play. Proper dribbling requires expertise in ball handling and knowledge of how to distribute ball control over your fingers. Perhaps best if you learn how to dribble with both hands equally well. Dribbling and manipulating the ball is an ability that can be mastered on its own, and it's different from other court ball abilities. One example of dribbling is the dribble figure 8. In figure 8, dribble the ball through and around the legs. Multiple ways can be done: front to back to front, low dribbles, as few dribbles as possible, can even be done walking. Try the drill with one hand instead of two, for even more of a challenge. Passing is another ability that once mastered will help you become a full basketball player. Basketball is a competitive sport involving being open to a shot with a friend. The opportunity to pass on the ball to this player can make the change between scoring and not scoring. Pretty big passers-by are an integral part of a basketball team and usually set up scoring actions. One example of passing is a chest pass. This is a pass made with two hands. Keep the ball on the hand, pointing at each other with thumbs behind the ball. Move forward and reach out to your arms. After the ball is released, your thumbs should point to the ground and your fingers should point to the target. The ball is released as it hits the ground with a stepping foot. Players should be able to move either foot with this. Shooting. Shooting is the most important skills in basketball. This includes the ability to correctly catch the ball and launch it in the air towards the basket while avoiding defensemen. A proper shot includes precise targeting, an extension of the arm, and raise of the legs. You need to practice all sorts of shots, including jump shots, layups, and free throws. Example of which is a jump shot. Like aiming beyond the arc, a jump shot is commonly used for mid to long range shots. In order to maintain balance when facing the basket for a jump shot, you need to take a wide stance, generally separating the shoulder width, bending your knees, and squaring your shoulders. Guarding. Guarding is the act of legally placing the body in the path of an offensive opponent. There is no minimum distance required between the guard and opponent, but the maximum is 6 feet. When closely guarded, every player is entitled to a spot on the playing court, provided such player gets there first without illegal contacting an opponent. A player who extends an arm, shoulder, hip, or leg into the path of an opponent is not considered to have a legal position of contact occurs. Pivoting is when a player stands still and steps one foot. The foot that stays on the ground is called the pivot foot. The pivot should be a controlled, balanced move performed with legs bent so that the player has good balance. A player can pivot either forwards or backwards, wherein a backward pivot is also called a drop step, and before pivoting backwards, they should move their chin to their shoulder so that they can see behind them and secure that they are not moving into trouble. And now you know already what basketball is and the different skills to learn. Then there's no point in not playing the basketball.